Hollywood engagements, pregnancy rumors, UWL's Fashion Week, and while you may want to put down that cup of coffee in the morning, welcome to WMCM's Afternoon Delight. I'm Mason Polk, and I'm here joined with...
I'm Megan Graham.
Noelle Hausen.
And I'm Madeline Cum.
Let's get into some entertainment news to start with.
So recently there has been a surplus of celebrity engagements. We've got Sophie Turner and Joe Jonas on October 15th announced that they were engaged. Just on Sunday, John Stamos announced that he was engaged to his girlfriend of 2 years. And that same day, Pretty Little Liars star Janelle Parrish announced that she was engaged to her boyfriend of 2 years as well. So, lots of celebs getting engaged, getting ready to get married.
This is, personally, I don't really care about this kind of stuff. I'm not really big on the Hollywood engagements. What do you guys think?
I was surprised. I was surprised when I saw the Joe Jonas one because there was that huge Demi Lovato thing going on about how she was secretly still pining over him. Did anyone else hear about that?
Yeah,
I heard about that. So that one I was really surprised about.
Yeah.
Is Joe Jonas still making music?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's in DNCE.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and John Stamos, he is like 51 and his girlfriend is 34.
Ooh.
Oh.
So
I always wanted him to end up with the girl that he was counterpart from
Lori
Full House.
Loughlin.
Yes,
Mhm.
exactly. And I heard that they used to
Yeah.
have a little bit of a history where if one was dating one was dating the other and vice versa. So they never really quite connected, but it could have happened. It could have been in there, but they missed out.
Yeah, he was married, I'm pretty sure, the very beginning of like Full House, or like around that time he was married to Rebecca Romaine. And then he got divorced and she remarried and he's been alone. So.
And he must have been pretty young when that marriage happened, right? Because that show started in the late 80s and he was very young, very early 20s.
Well, he's 51 now.
Okay, so that makes sense around there.
However long that. Yeah. And then Janelle Parrish, Pretty Little Liars star. I don't really know who, I guess he plays football.
Chris Long, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I know him, I don't really know Janelle Parrish. So.
All right, yeah, she is on Pretty Little Liars. Yeah, I think she's actually, they're doing like a spin-off show of Pretty Little Liars.
Really?
And she's going to be in it. Yeah.
I'm not a big Pretty Little Liars.
Yeah, no, I've never watched it.
My mom
either.
watched it on Netflix, so I've seen a few episodes, but that was about it.
Yeah, I tried to watch like the first like 2 episodes and I was like, no thanks.
Yeah.
That's fine.
I'm not really into that either. Not really my cup of tea.
Mine neither. I know a bunch of people. A lot of my friends would watch it, but I could never get into it.
Did anyone read the books?
No.
No.
I read the first.
It's like a whole series, like Gossip Girl.
Yeah, I read the
like
first couple books, and it was okay, but a little too teen drama for my liking.
Yeah, it's like very extra.
It is.
With the drama and stuff like that.
Right, yeah. Any final thoughts on the pregnancy rumors before we move on to our next topic about the Super Bowl halftime?
No.
All right, so actually the Super Bowl halftime performance will be headlined by Justin Timberlake this year, which is super exciting. He last headlined it with Janet Jackson when they had that very infamous wardrobe malfunction, which we fondly remember. But it's not announced if he is supposed to perform with anybody else yet, but we're hoping, I'm personally hoping for an NSYNC reunion. That would be my favorite.
Yeah, that would be so good.
But it's probably highly unlikely.
Yeah, people were actually very like surprised, and it's kind of like a controversial thing for him to be headlining the Super Bowl because of the Janet Jackson thing in 2004. And he actually like, I'm pretty sure I saw an article where he was like, yeah, I promise no wardrobe malfunctions this year, like it's just gonna be me performing. So at least he's like, he can joke about it and like make light of that situation. So
right, and that was kind of a big deal too. I mean, that was had a lot of news coverage at the time, and I'm kind of surprised even after 13, 14 years later it's still being brought up. Yeah. But I doubt that will ever happen again.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of controversy with it as well.
Are there any songs of his you guys are hoping he'll perform? What are your favorite songs?
I feel like he's been a little bit out of the scene for a while. I haven't
the last song he did was for Trolls, I think, right? Was that the last one?
That might
Can't Stop the Feeling?
Oh, yes. Okay.
Or was there a new one?
I think that was the last one a couple of years ago.
Okay, yeah, whenever Trolls came out, that song.
Right. I'm hoping
he had that.
I'm sure
so.
he'll do a lot of the favorites, the most popular ones from. Because he was very relevant, probably more early 2000s, right after coming out of
broke
NSYNC.
out.
Right.
I could also see maybe he'll produce some new music, and maybe we'll get a new album of his or something.
Maybe he'll like surprise, like do like, oh look, a new song.
Yeah. So speaking of music, Ed Sheeran has officially canceled all of his scheduled tour dates in Taipei, Osaka, Seoul, and Tokyo and Hong Kong. This is coming after he had a bike accident where he broke bones in both of his arms. So that had to have been pretty painful.
Yeah, I just read that he was on his bike and he fell, got up and was like, oh, that hurt, and then biked to the pub, went home, then like woke up at like 5 in the morning, was like, oh, like I guess I should go to the hospital. And he has broken elbow on one arm, and then his other arm's broken, and he also broke a rib.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So he's like...
It's been a pretty severe bike accident for that much trauma to happen, I feel like.
But then for him to just get up and be like, ow, and then like continue on biking and go to the bars, like, that's pretty funny that he didn't even realize that he had like broken bones.
And that was just the one leg of his tour as well, right? It was just I believe it was the Asian leg of his tour, and then he's scheduled to come back in March, I believe.
I think so.
I believe so.
Okay, back in March, okay.
Yeah, and this is kind of unfortunate because he was just like on this big long hiatus for like a year. No one heard new music from him. Like he went off all social media, and now he's like back, and then he breaks his arms and can't even play anymore. So it's like rough life for Ed Sheeran.
The funny thing that happened to us, I read the story, and my first reaction is, you don't need your arms to sing. And then I remember that he actually plays guitar and performs too.
Yeah, he'd actually, I'm pretty sure all his concerts are like a one-man show.
Oh yeah.
So he does whatever instruments he uses, he does like plays them all himself, and he does that thing where you like play something and you record it and then you like have it on a loop.
Oh yeah.
And so he's like everything, like he can't even like be like, okay band, like take it from here this time, because it's all him.
But does it make you kind of wonder, would you rather, get your tour ticket canceled and not go to the show, or would you rather have something be pre-recorded and him just standing there singing? Like, which experience would you really prefer at that point,
Yeah. I don't know, I hope if he can't perform these, like, hopefully, like, maybe they'll just, like, come back at the end of the tour for all the people who have already bought tickets. But I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know, do people usually, like, they reschedule it, and then obviously their tickets work, but then
you don't know about the refunds and
everything. Like how does that work? So, all right. Of course, we have to talk about the Kardashians, who are trying to like repopulate their family or something, because like one whole third of them are pregnant or supposedly pregnant right now. Kylie Jenner. There have been many pregnancy rumors about her being pregnant with a child with her boyfriend. Khloe is also rumored to be pregnant, and Kim, she actually is confirmed that they have a surrogate expecting their third child. But the other two are completely rumored, not have been confirmed yet. So, what do you think? Do you think they're pregnant, not pregnant?
I mean, I do watch the Kardashians. I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I used to be a diehard fan. This makes me kind of wonder, they're not confirmed. So, if they are really pregnant, it's going to be found out eventually, but do you think this is a publicity stunt where they say, oh wow, 3 out of the how many there are all pregnant? There's also been rumors that Kylie and Travis Scott have broken up. There's rumors that they've gone back together. There's been rumors that Tyga said it was his child. Nobody really knows the story.
I think the Kylie one is not true. I feel like, I don't even think she has said, like, it's all been like, whoa, something happened, maybe she's pregnant. It's never been like hinted by anyone in the family. It's all like fans like, oh, look at this like tiny hint, she's pregnant. Like,
exactly. It's taking everything out of context, I feel like. I think I've even seen media articles where they say Kylie Jenner and her baby bump maybe she just had a big lunch.
Yeah. Or like the fact that she's wearing like large shirts, even though she has worn large shirts before. Like it's not an uncommon thing for her to do, but now it's like, oh, okay, she's pregnant now. Like.
And I see Khloe is apparently pregnant with Tristan Thompson, who forward for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Have you guys heard of the Kardashian curse when it comes to athletes? So that might be unfortunate. They're playing, hoping to win the finals this year, and they have to deal with that.
Oh, no.
And she's been with him for a couple of years now. I think a year or two.
I think maybe
it's
2
been
years.
a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, maybe she's thinking she needs to take her time with this one after last time when she was like 2 weeks. Okay, married.
All right. Well, we're going to take a quick break here to check out some of the beautiful, perfect pets at the Cooley Region Humane Society.
Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm a sassy little lady that loves attention and always gets her way. I'd love to be the star of your life.
Hello, I'm Snowman, a pensive pup that needs a calm, gentle home. I'll take a second to warm up, but once I do, I'll love you forever.
Hi, I'm Groot. I'm one curious kitty and I love exploring. Give me a ball and a happy home and I'll be your best friend. I'm Groot!
I'm Hiccup. I'm just a little guy who gets excited a lot of the time. I'm one crazy kitty, so I need an energetic, playful home.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
And again, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. More than 100 tech power players penned an open letter that California should become its own nation after disagreeing with the Trump administration. These tech founders in Silicon Valley have a lot of support for this as well. What do you guys think about this one? Personally, I think this is a little extreme.
Yeah.
And
I think
at this point, an entire state, and California, one of our biggest states, just becoming its own nation, I don't see it happening really. But
I think this is a really big lesson in also civil discourse. I think that, you know, they're just basically saying we disagree with you, we don't really want any part of you anymore, and I feel like that might not be the right direction to move in. I think everybody has discrepancies and disagreements with anything like, but you have to learn to overcome it and maybe make more of a positive change or do something else. I don't know if this is just to make headlines. I think it's really unrealistic though. What's the point, you know?
There's like two sides to this argument too. Like one is that's like the most un-American thing you can do is like ditch the nation and become your own. But it's also people are saying like, okay, like what we have right now really isn't American either. So why should we be like sticking around? So it's kind of like, you know, there's the two-sided thing, of course. There's always controversy
I just
with
don't
things
think
like
it's
this.
going to happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen.
if there were any state that could do it, it would be California. They have big enough population and all the money that's there in Silicon Valley. But yeah, I don't see this ever happening either.
But what would even be the process of going about that?
Yeah, I don't even.
I think it would change America so much, and that it would not.
He's going to be out, you know, between 4 to 8 years, depending on what happens.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to come back magically when they get somebody that they like.
Yeah.
I don't think that really makes sense either.
Yeah, I don't know. I think a big portion of it is just to be like, we're mad, we're going to do this, like, you should start to fix things, instead of like, I don't know how, like, much they want to do it either. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of just a thing.
I think they have people standing behind them, but at the same time, it's, like I said, how realistic is that really going to be?
Okay, so like I'm sure most people all over the country need their coffee every morning, but what studies have found is that drinking a lot of coffee can lead to many health problems if it's consumed too much. And I also read in an article that researchers have stated that 400 milligrams of coffee, which would be about 4 cups a day, is the maximum that you should drink every day. So what about you guys? How much do you drink coffee?
I'm not a coffee drinker at all, really. Maybe if it's like a really late studying night, I'll grab like a soda or something to get some caffeine. But as a whole, I'm not really much for caffeine.
I love my iced coffee, so I don't normally have 4 cups a day. That is a lot to me. I'm usually good with 1, but I do drink my share of coffee in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like I hate this term, but I'm kind of a coffee snob where it's I only really like iced coffee, and I only drink like iced white mochas, and I live near mocha, so that's my favorite, but not a hot coffee drinker. I don't need it. Maybe if I'm working or have a really long day ahead of me, I'll do it, but otherwise, no.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like keel over and die if I don't have my coffee in the morning, but it is nice to have.
And what did they say was negative about having coffee?
I think just that it could lead to a lot of problems like in the future, kind of like health or heart problems, I've also read.
Yeah, it's a lot like if you already have, like if you have hypertension or like certain like arrhythmias in your heart or like things like that, it can like increase the problems with it.
Yeah, the issue is also not just coffee, but caffeine as a whole. So it's all the other places you're getting it too. Like I said I'm not big into coffee, but I'll have a candy bar almost every day. You gotta have my chocolate.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's not even the caffeine. I just like the taste of coffee. Like I just crave coffee or chocolate. That's also something, you know, those things. Is it the caffeine you're craving or just the taste of it? All right, so if we're going to switch over to some campus news, UWL Fashion Week kicked off this week, actually yesterday to be specific. Fashion Week is a multidisciplinary exploration of social justice and sustainability issues through the lens of fashion. The week's programming will include film and scholars and designers from around the country to explore how fashion connects, and with the themes of gender, race, class, sexuality, and the environment. Are any of you guys attending any of the UWL Fashion Week campus events?
You know, I've been looking at some of them, and if they would fit in my schedule. They actually seem really interesting, but I don't know if I'm going to make it. It's cool, like all the people that they have coming in from around the nation to speak here, though.
Sorry.
I think the fashion symposium that's going on Friday sounds really interesting too, just to see everything that people have created. That would be something really cool to see.
I know tonight they're having the first Muslim model from the cover, or from the cover row for H&M.
Yeah,
and she's speaking tonight, and I'm a WGS minor, so a lot of my professors have been heavily advocating for UWL Fashion Week, and they say it's incredible, so I'm really excited to see what events they have and attend some.
Yeah, it's a really interesting thing to have, like as an event, for a whole week, to just kind of have this like common theme that everyone can talk about and like go to events related to it. So. And
there's some like I would be interested to see how fashion works into learning about the environment. That's the one that kind of sticks out to me.
Actually, something related to that. Emma Watson, on her big press tour for her movie that she just did, all her clothes were made from like environmentally friendly like fabrics and like recycled things. So that's like really cool. I wonder if they'll like talk about something like that, or if it's more like actually using like cardboard to make fashion.
I know a lot of celebrities have taken a step in that direction. I know like Shailene Woodley from the Fountain of Stars, she like makes her own deodorant. It's super eco-friendly.
Yeah, she's super like whack about those things.
Pretty woodsy.
So on to the next topic for campus news. The 3rd annual Global Initiatives Week will showcase La Crosse's area's cultural value, along with highlighting the economic and social impact of the region's global connections through food, dance, art, film, and speakers. Global Initiatives Week starts on November 6th and goes until November 13th, and there are things going on all around La Crosse, so it should be a really interesting event that's going on.
Definitely cool. Thing that definitely sticks out to me is all the global education through food. I definitely would like to go out and see some of that, but just all the stuff that they have coming into our community is definitely going to be a cool thing.
Yeah, so this on campus as well as like all over La Crosse? Okay. Yeah, I've never really heard of this before, so that'll be interesting.
I think it'll be cool to, connect the different facets, like I said, dance, film, art, food, just something for everyone, because not everyone's always interested in the same things, and not everybody connects to those same things as other people might. So I think it's really great that they offer a very diverse entertainment field to pertain to each audience, each age group, each demographic. I think that's great.
And definitely, if you look at the stats, UWL, it's not the most diverse of campuses, so this is definitely a big event for us, so that all the students can see, everything that goes around outside their own cultures.
So, have you ever gone to any events like for this before? Or?
I haven't, no.
Okay. So it's a new thing for everyone here.
Yeah, but it's pretty neat.
All right, and now we're going to take a break to check out an ad from the Communications Club. And now with Halloween right around the corner, we're going to take a look at the top 10 Halloween costumes from last year. Coming in at number 10 was a dinosaur, and I think that's talking about those big inflatable T-Rex costumes. Those things, one of my friends went out and bought one of those, and those were actually really cool.
I have not actually seen one of those. I feel pretty out the loop right
They're
now. Yeah.
really funny looking. Because like your face is here, and then like the dinosaur is like up here,
head,
so it's like, yeah.
The only problem is they get holes in them really easily, so be careful about that. We found that out the hard way.
Yeah, and then they deflate.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you're just like, dinosaur.
All right, number 9 on the list was clowns, and I think we all remember the clown fiasco from last year.
I don't like that. I saw it like a month ago. I don't, no.
Oh, yeah.
No clowns. I don't like it.
I could see that costume moving towards number 1, especially just because the new 8 came out.
I think so. And the red balloons everywhere, that's another controversy people have seen around. I personally haven't seen it in lacrosse. I don't know if anyone else has, but no, I don't like that. No, I don't like that.
Don't like scary clowns. No, not a big fan.
All right, number 8 is Star Wars. That was coming up. We have Star Wars Episode 8 coming out, so I'm sure that'll be popular yet again this year.
I feel like Star Wars is always going to be popular, like no matter what year it is, someone's always going to be Chewbacca, someone's always going to be Darth Vader. It's just a fun.
I've already seen people running around campus fighting with lightsabers a couple times, so.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm missing out. I miss all of this cool stuff, I swear.
All right, number 7, I'm Batman.
Wow.
Yeah. That's always a popular one every year again.
Well, they keep coming out with movies. Batman vs. Superman.
I feel like that movie tanked, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it wasn't very good.
I think it did.
Yeah.
I feel like as long as they're keeping Batman relevant, it's going to be a costume that people are going to go for.
No, I agree. I think especially after the Christopher Nolan trilogy, that like Batman just became a whole next level. And then I think, you said the past movie coming out, I think was it last year, 2016? Okay, yeah, that made it a little bit more relevant as well.
Number 6 is a classic one, just a witch. I've never been a witch. Have you guys?
I've never. It's like you said, very basic, everyone's done it. You know, it's a staple besides like being a ghost or like a pumpkin.
I think I probably was one when I was younger, but that was about it, not anytime recently.
Right.
Number 5 is a movie that came out this summer, which was Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I bet that one's going to be a big one again this year because of...
That movie was definitely a big success.
Yeah, it was huge.
Yeah.
And I think, too, it's been always really popular to dress up as superheroes, but I think that whenever these movies come out, they just skyrocket and they take off with these costumes.
Yes, for sure.
Number 4 was a pirate, and with the new Pirates of the Caribbean movie coming out, yet again we're gonna see this one being popular.
Hopefully that's the last movie coming out.
How much longer can Johnny Depp
be Jack Sparrow?
Yeah.
Well, as long as it's making money, I guess.
That is true.
Yeah.
But that one kind of surprised me. A pirate, I wasn't expecting that one.
Number 3 is just in general a superhero, which again, that's a pretty easy one to do.
Yeah.
I think, and too, like with the Spider-Man movie coming out this summer, Spider-Man Homecoming, I know that was a huge blockbuster, so I'm sure we'll be seeing a lot of Spider-Man and, you know, like the whole Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy thing. I've heard a lot about that so far, so I'm sure that one will be one to look out for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2 is the Joker, that again coming from Suicide Squad last year.
That movie also tanked.
Yeah. Well, because they like played it up so much that Jared Leto was going to be he's the Joker, and he was going to be in it so much, and he had like 2 scenes or something. Like he was very minimal in the actual movie compared to like the trailer, where it seemed like he was like a huge character in it. So I think
that was disappointing.
That was a big disappointment for it. Yeah.
And I think it was too, you know, following up Heath Ledger's Joker as well. It's big shoes to fill, but like you said, they cut so many. I guess they had a lot of film, but they cut a lot of those scenes. I'm not even sure if they're making a second movie.
I
with
thought
Suicide Squad, but
I don't know.
I don't think it did too good.
It did not.
Reviews were not great.
And then coming in at number 1 was his counterpart from that movie, Harley Quinn.
That one,
big shocker.
I've never seen as many Halloween costumes as a Harley Quinn, ever.
So many.
So many last year. I know in 8th grade I dressed up as Harley Quinn, but it was the comic book version for the Jester, you know, super lame. But then this came out and it was super popularized and super cool to be Harley Quinn. But yeah, that one, there was just so much of it. So almost too much.
Too much, yes.
So do you guys know what you're going to be going as this year?
I haven't even thought about it.
Well, you got
a couple days.
I know, 5 days to decide. Yeah. What about you guys?
Me and my friends are going to be making a trip to Goodwill one of these days, see if we can find anything.
Yeah,
good idea.
Seems to be moves.
We'll be back for one more wrap-up, but before that, we're going to take one more look at those adorable perfect pets.
Hi, I'm Gloria. I'm a sassy little lady that loves attention and always gets her way. I'd love to be the star of your life.
Hello, I'm Snowman, a pensive pup that needs a calm, gentle home. I'll take a second to warm up, but once I do, I'll love you forever.
Hi, I'm Groot. I'm one curious kitty and I love exploring. Give me a ball and a happy home and I'll be your best friend. I'm Groot!
I'm Hiccup. I'm just a little guy who gets excited a lot of the time. I'm one crazy kitty, so I need an energetic, playful home.
To find out more about adoption for these pets or others, contact the Cooley Region Humane Society at 781-4014.
And one more time, the number for the Cooley Region Humane Society is 781-4014. So we're just about to wrap up here, guys. Do you have any weekend plans coming up?
Well, it is Halloween weekend, so getting in the spirit.
I think me and a couple of our friends are going to go out and finally carve our pumpkins. Have you guys gotten to that yet?
I have not.
I haven't either. I feel like I've been so behind. I love carving pumpkins. One of my favorite things to do around Halloween. But
I definitely like to do it, but I'm not good at it at all.
Do you enjoy the degutting of the pumpkin?
Not
or just the carving?
I loved that when I was little, but not so much anymore.
Yeah, it's always like, whoa.
It's always fun, though.
All right, so we talked a lot about Halloween, celebrities, everything in that range today, so we are going to say goodbye. Thank you for watching Afternoon Delight.